Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about iron-on mesh. This is a new product from Cricut, and they have glitter mesh and everyday iron-on mesh. I'm going to go ahead and work with both of them today. I highly recommend when a new product comes out, or if you're wanting to play with their everyday iron-on, or whether it's their glitter, whatever it may be, even their other vinyl, that you get it in this sampler roll. For example, in this roll you get 3 different colors: purple, blue, and green. So on the glitter, you're going to get 3 different colors, and the everyday, you're also going to get 3 different colors. So this one here would be gold, white, and black. So what's really neat about this mesh, you can see this one right here with the everyday, it almost reminds me of a Band-Aid. I'm wondering how that is. It's almost like a Band-Aid texture. So we've got gold, white, black. We're going to be using the black today. And then we have red, white, black. They have 2 different ones that include a gold. So this one here for the glitter, you have gold, silver, and black, gold, red, and silver, red, silver, and pink, purple, blue, and green. Today I'm going to open up 1 glitter and 1 everyday. Each roll contains 3 12 by 12 sheets. So we've got, in this one, for example, gold. I'll bring it up so you guys can see. You see the holes underneath? Red. This is the one we're going to be using today. It's kind of hard to pick it up, but it's super shiny, super sparkly. So we have red. As I lay it down on a surface, you can see the white. Whatever's in your background is going to come through the holes. So there's red and silver. So you can see how pretty and sparkly these are. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and set the gold and the silver out of the way. Notice that they're everyday iron-on, so whether it's this mesh or the regular stuff, it's laying flat. So when we take it out of the roll, it's easily laying flat. So you can see how those are working. So that's awesome. So we've got this red, and like I said, it kind of has this texture to it. Almost feels like a Band-Aid, if you will. So there's a red, a white, and black. So you can see the little holes here. Whatever's in the background is going to come through. So that one is going to be white. So today we're going to use the black. For our mesh, we're going to be using the red glitter mesh, and then we're going to be using the black everyday mesh. Also going to be using glitter red iron-on, so this is just regular glitter red. This is not mesh. I'm going to be using this. And I'm also going to be using just white everyday iron-on. This is the bulk roll. I purchased the bulk white and the bulk black. That way I always have them on hand. So let's go ahead and switch over to Cricut Design Space. Now that we're over here in Cricut Design Space, I've already designed out what I want to do, but I want to quickly show you how I did this. So this is going to be the front of our shirt here. It's going to say, "It's baseball, y'all." This is already in Design Space. It's free. If you're an Access member, you're just going to come to Images and type in baseball. So I've already typed in baseball here. And you're going to see all these things come up. Look how cool this is. Forget slippers, the princess wears cleats, softball was invented to show boys how it's done. So it's going to come up right away with some softball as well as baseball things. This number 9 is the 9 that I used. And I'm going to show you how I did that. Use that 9, and then if you keep coming down here, this is the one I chose right here. It says, "It's baseball, y'all." I just brought it in. And I changed "It's baseball, y'all" to white. The stitch marks here are going to be with the red glitter, the regular red glitter. And then this is going to be the everyday white. For the back of my shirt, the 99 is going to be with the red glitter mesh. I created a shadow for the back. I changed it to white, and that's going to be what you can see behind the dots. Like I said, those are in Images. I created my shadow. I brought my image in. I hit duplicate. I'll bring it down here so you can see. Once I hit duplicate, I came over here to contour, hide all contour, and then you get this. Then I came up here, I changed it to white by clicking it right up here, come into the color here, changing it to white. There it is. And then I could just easily set my number on it. So now I have the layers. So that's how I did that to create that shadow. I'm going to go ahead and delete that now. And then for the word king, this is the name here. I'm going to zoom in here really quickly so you guys can see that. In Cricut Design Space, if you are an Access member, this is a free font. It is right here. This is the name. I'll go ahead and let you screenshot that now. All right. I'm going to zoom out. Now, what I did for the same thing, I needed a back layer. So this is going to be with the black mesh everyday iron on, and then this is just going to be white everyday iron on. Now what I did to create this shadow here, this is going to sit on here just like so. What I did was, if you can see when this first is created, this is just using the font. I didn't do anything special to it. There is no contour. I hit duplicate. All right, I'm going to bring it down here. I came down here and hit weld. Okay, once I hit weld, click on it again. Now we have contour, so that's a little trick. So I can now hit contour, and I could come in here and I can click on these. If you hit hide all contour like usual, this is what's going to happen. So it's not going to work the same. It's going to be a little different. It's just a little hack. So we're going to hit back. And I'm going to click on it again and hit contour. So you're going to contour a little different. Just instead of hitting hide all contours, now we're going to come in and click on the layers we need to get rid of. So I need to get rid of this one. Now when I exit out of here, you can see that now I have my background layer. So if I came up here, change it to whatever color you're going to. I'm going to change mine to white. What I did was I grabbed my font, I came to arrange, moved to the front, and I brought it right on top. So that's going to be my background. That's my shadow. What I did to make sure while I'm sizing, to make sure these are even, select both of those. You're going to come up here to align and center. Now those are going to be perfectly centered, so when I go to size this and I come up here to say example 10, they're going to size together. So that's just how that works. Alright, so now that I have everything back where it belongs, for design, we need to figure out what size. I'm going to bring in my shirt here, and I'm going to figure out. So remember, with this ruler, you can come down 3 inches. With this ruler from Cricut, which is the 3x18, you can lay your ruler down. It's going to give you that 3 inches down. And then I'll make this even, and now I can figure out about where I want this. This is my mark. I can hold my finger here. And I can figure out, if I make this about 10 by 10, it's going to land about there to there. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to have my image about 10 inches long. Now for the back, and this time I'm going to have, instead of putting the ruler right on top of the neckline there, I'm going to bring it right below the stitching here. So I'm going to bring it right below. I'm going to set it there. So I want king. So say I'm looking at my shirt here. I can say, okay, I want king to be about this. I know my ruler is 18. I need to minus 6. That's going to leave you with 12. So I want mine probably about 11 and a half I would be good with, okay? And same thing. I'll figure out about how long I want my 99. So that's just how I'm going to figure those out. Then I would come back to Cricut Design Space, and I would plug in my numbers. So all you would simply do is, click on, and I would select these together because I have 2 layers, select those, and then I'd come up here and change all that information there. All right, so now that we're ready to go, let's hit make it, and let's create a t-shirt. Since all of this is iron on, let's go ahead right away and make sure we click mirror on everything. So I'm going to click on these and just mirror them. Alright, now that everything is mirrored, use our machine. Mine is the maker. Okay, so at this point, we're going to be cutting just everyday iron on at first. So all I do is click on Browse All Materials. I'm going to type in iron. And I'm going to choose everyday iron on. Done. Alright, so now we're ready to go. So now that we've got everything cut out, we've weeded everything, let's go ahead and get it on the shirt. So let's start with, we're going to be using everyday iron-on. So we need to figure out what settings we need to have it on. Go to Cricut.com. I'm just using my phone. We're going to select the material, which is going to be the everyday iron-on light. I'm going to hit done. Then I'm going to select my material, which is going to be 100% cotton. Done. I'm going to use the Cricut EasyPress mat. It's going to tell us to put it on 315, 30 seconds, and then flip for another 15 seconds. Go ahead and get our machine on to 315. So I'm going to hit temp, and we're going to come down to 315 and I'm going to do 15 seconds. So I'm just going to change mine to 15 seconds. It's 30 seconds if that's the only thing you're going to do. But since we're layering, I don't want to add a ton of heat. I'm going to do 15 seconds. And it says to peel warm. I'm going to go ahead and get my ruler where it's 3 inches down. Making sure everything's straight. For our front image, it's going to be It's Baseball, y'all. So we're going to get that. And then it's going to have, so we're going to be able to put down our everyday iron-on. And then it's going to be our glitter that'll go on just like so. All right. But what we're going to do, since we're working with the front and back, I'm going to scoot this up so you guys can see it a little bit better. Since we're working with the front and the back of this shirt, we're going to go ahead and get down all of our everyday iron-on first, front and back, and then we'll come back and get the glitter. I'm going to move this out of the way so we can pre-press for 5 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and go around the entire area that my iron-on is going to be. So just pull out any moisture and take out any wrinkles. All right. So now once again, we're going to take our ruler. I'm going to put it back where it's down the 3 inches. So just like so. I'm going to make sure it's nice and straight. And just making sure it's even on both sides. All right. So now I know where to place this. We're going to, from the top of this image to the bottom of the ruler. And then now I'm just going to figure out about where I want this to be. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. What I'm going to do is move my ruler out of the way and just kind of push this down. I'm going to scoot it up on my mat just to make sure everything's on the mat. All right, so everything's ready to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get this on here. So I'm going to probably do, I think the baseball is going to be the hardest piece. So I'm just going to cover from one side like so. Hit go. So before I switch to adding the glitter, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do the everyday iron on the other side. That way we're not having to go back and forth between temps. And this will help set the front since you have to do a 15 seconds on that one. So I'm going to go ahead and get this over on my mat, trying to find my center. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and set my ruler on my back piece here, but this time I'm going to come below the neckline. So right where the stitching is on this, I'm going to set this there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with it here. Just making sure it looks even on both sides. I can always take my smaller ruler and double check. So I need to come over to the right just a little bit more. So about like that. Scoot this over on my mat. All right, so say that looks good to me. So I'm going to have that one down. And now we're going to get our 99. So I'm going to go ahead and get that here. Like so. And I'm going to go ahead and move this king just a little bit. I'm probably going to go have to go in a couple of moves. So I'm going to do half and half. Now you want to peel this warm, not hot, so I'm going to let this cool down for just a second. Sometimes it helps to kind of take your shirt like this and just kind of fan it a little bit. Alright, so now we are working with glitter. So we're going to come back to Cricut.com. We're going to change this to glitter. Alright, then I'm going to change this to, it's still 100% cotton. Cricut Easy Matte. We're going to go 330, and it's going to be gentle pressure for 30 seconds. Alright, so we're going to bump that up to 330 and get this down on here. Now, I tried to show you while I was weeding this that it did cut through a little bit deep on the mesh one. I'm not too sure what happened there. That happens every now and again, so the settings on that needs to probably be changed just a little bit on Cricut's part. Alright, so once I'm going to get that down, once it looks good to me, I'm going to start going with that one. So now on this piece, as long as there's no plastic overlapping on this, I could go ahead and get down this one. So as long as no iron-on is overlapping anything, it's not going to stick under the plastic, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to get that down as best as possible. So that looks good. Look how amazing this shirt's coming out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and go over the glitter first. I had forgot to check the settings on the everyday iron-on part of that. So I bet I need to go back down to 315. All right. Now this is a warm peel. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it back over since I messed up and didn't get the king right away. And we're going to get the front and we'll come back. So I'm going to go ahead and get my front. So these are simply going to go in between the letters here like so, just like that. And I'm going to get this down. Alright, I'm going to pick this up. Once again, this is going to be a warm peel, so I'm going to go ahead and hit temp, and I'm going to drop that down to 315 so we can get the word king for the back. And I'm going to get a king down here. Alright, that looks good to me. I'm going to go ahead and get half and half. So I'm going to go ahead and get this side first. I'm going to hit go for 30 seconds. Alright, just like that. So we're just going to go ahead and peel this off. Just like so. So there you have it. You can see where you have the king and the 99. So the king is going to be your everyday iron-on, so it's just smooth. And like I said, it kind of reminds me of a Band-Aid, but once you peel it off too, I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels like regular iron-on, but has some little holes in it, has some little bit of texture to it. But look how cool that font looks, and that's free for access. And then the 99 is going to be the glitter mesh with the everyday iron-on behind. I'm trying to see if I can't show you guys that glitter. Pretty. All right, so that 99 is going to be your glitter mesh. Love it. And then the front looks like so. It's baseball, y'all, and we have the glitter iron-on, so that's just regular glitter iron-on. I love this red. It's not giving it justice here. And then you just have everyday iron-on for the rest of it. The image here on the front is 10 by 10. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys found it helpful. I hope you guys go check out their mesh with the little dots here. It's perfect for sports and really anything. You can do, they show on the front like doing something with like a cupcake, but you can really do anything. I want to do something here pretty quickly with a pineapple. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.